YouTube, and welcome to the dojo. You're here with Samurai Man, and today we have the TFC toys, Dr.Crank. And I gotta say, I think this is actually my favorite of the 6 pieces. Don't know what it is. Maybe it's the cool movability you have with this crane, or maybe it's just the vehicle mode itself. I don't know, but I really like it. You can see he is, I don't know what you call it, a crane vehicle. He does have some nice, cool moving parts here. They extend as you pull it out. So that's cool. It can rotate all the way around. Well, it would, but I got a bunch of stuff all here that's making it not. Yeah, you got the guns here, as you can see. Let me pop it off. There you go. Just pop them right off. There you go. Just pop them off. And then you have this little piece that just plugs in. That's just so you could spin the crane. If you put a string through it, you actually can have the hook hang. Nice molded in detailing. You can see here, you got some nice molded in all along here. And even in the crane, you can see it's got some like silver wires right there that's painted. So that's a nice little touch. And the little hook thing does pop off also. But I just leave it plugged in right there. Now we're going to go and see how long this thing can actually stretch out. Here's my Masterpiece Optimus figure. And here's the top of the crane. As you can see, it is very long. You can get that thing incredibly tall. I'll probably compare it next to Hercules when I'm done with all this, just to see how really long it is. But damn, that is a long crane. That is play value right there. Transform this guy. I'm just going to start by taking off the crane altogether, just to make things easier. And just split apart the what will be the hands. You can see they're plainly right there. Go ahead and split them up. And we'll bring them down. And then this is kind of tricky, but what you want to do is like rotate the wheel. As you can see, rotate the wheel, and then rotate it back up here. And now you have the arm done. So we'll just do it on both sides. Bring it down, rotate the, there we go. So I want to bring this, like I said, bring it down, rotate the wheel, and then make the arm face forward again. So there's that. Take the head, rotate it forward, and you're pretty good amount done. Bring this here. We'll take, also take these wheels, bring them around just so you can get some more robot action and less car action. And then you just want to take this here, the whole front section of the car, or, I don't know, vehicle, I don't know what kind of car this is, split the legs, and then bring them around. Oh my gosh, it's broken in half, oh no. Nah, that's fine. And, I thought this was freaking amazing. Alright, you see this here, this window piece? This is actually a couple panels right here. What you do is when you bring the leg forward, the panels fold together into his knee. And I don't know, I just thought that was freaking cool how they managed to do that. I mean, I just never seen that on a figure before, so that's just impressive to me. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just thought that these two knees were really cool how they managed it. So there's that. And what you want to do, come around here, and he's got these heel spurs that are really hard to do. And I don't have fingernails, so now they're really hard to do. So I'm going to skip it, and I'll pull them out later. Okay, so I got them out. I managed to use my nail, actually. And you push them in, and then you get your nail, and you pull them out. They got these little edges in here so you can get a grip on them. And I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's transformation. He's very simple. He does have the hook still. So, or the crane, actually. If anything, it adds stability. So, I think that looks fine. Having the crane at his back. That looks cool. What also looks cool is if you take it off and... How did he do this? Was it on his shoulder? I think it was on his shoulder. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. So, you rotate this. If you want, you can have him in this configuration. And then bring the guns forward. Well, this is what I like to do when I pose him. Have him like this. Kind of have his arm up like that. Look like he's doing this. Bring him up on one knee. Because he's not going to stand like this. I don't know if you can tell or not. But you got to find a good pose stance for him. Because it is very heavy. I mean, this is a giant crane. And all the weight is just... Not all the weight, but as you can see, that's a lot of weight. So you kind of just have to find a good pose. I have gotten him to kind of kneel in this position like this, but I think that looks cool, getting ready to fire off his lasers. He's like the martyr of the group. There's that. Go ahead and take this off for now. Then he also has his... He also has his guns. I mean, as do all the figures. Go ahead and just pop them in his hands. I really like his guns. His guns look cool. Well, you could pop them in his hands, but there we go. The clear gun. I really don't like the clear guns. They just don't work well with my figures. I don't know if it's mine specifically or what, but the clear guns just don't want to fit properly sometimes, and they're too stiff or whatever. They're not stiff enough. It's just, I don't know, they're just not working well. I'm glad they took it out for the Uranos, but it was a nice gesture anyway. So there's that. He's got him with his guns now. I do wish he had some more feet, though, because yes, he does have heel spurs, but it's like he's got the heel spurs, but now he doesn't really have the feet. So they kind of have to find a good pose. I mean, he stands. He's got big, blocky feet, so it should work. He's got a really nice head sculpt. He's got an actual face instead of having just the face plate like the other two figures have had before. And he's got some really nice detailing here. He's got some red coloring on the sides. And it looks like this has kind of got, like, I don't know, screens or something. But it definitely looks very nice. Clearly, there's supposed to be a Decepticon logo to go right there. So if you go on over the repro labels, they'll hook you up right. So for articulation, you can spin his head 360. Can't really do anything else but spin around. You can bring his shoulders up. You can bring his arm up about that much at the bicep. If you bring in his wheel, you can bring it up much more. But when you have the wheel like that, you can't. He's got a bend at the elbow. Gone. And no swivel except for the bicep. There's no wrist swivel. But still, there's plenty of articulation. That's all you really need. You can bring his legs up almost all the way. Knee bend. He's actually got a double knee bend, as you can see right there, just due to transformation. So that's cool. And lots of leg articulation. No waist swivel. He's all one big chunk. Well, I guess there is some waist articulation. Technically. If you want, there you go. There's your waist articulation. You just dodged a bullet. Didn't know you could do that. Bet you didn't know I could do that, did you? I don't know, something like that if you want. I think that's really all there is about his articulation. Yep, that's pretty much articulation. Doesn't have any feet to do any ankle movement or anything, so that's that. So as you can see, he looks amazing with his partners in crime. They look like a devastating team together. Can't wait to show off the next three. They are going to be quite the formidable a team, if you will. And yeah, I think this is going to be great. I am really loving these guys together. I managed to get all of them. Well, I managed to get Dr.Crank and X-Graver in a cool pose. But Heavy Labor, I couldn't really think of anything. I mean, he's a big, bulky guy. I figured standing there with big blasters was enough. But as you can see, I did manage to get him in the pose I was trying to do earlier. He is sitting on his knees. So to get him in his combined mode, what you want to do is just take these little pegs here on the side of the vehicle mode and just bring them down. Then what you want to do is just take them and then split them in half. See, right there. Bring them together. And then as you can see, the head's right here. What you want to do is just flip it out. And then get this little gray bit right there. And then just bring it in, just tap it in. So now this is securely together. Bring this whole head section down, the whole neck and head, and it'll peg in. So now it's all pegged in nice. Now what you want to do is just take this little... You will not be able to use this toy unless you have nails. Just keep that in mind. There we go. Bring out the side connector pegs, and there we go. Now he's a chest and a head. You take this here to complete his coolness. Take the giant crane, stick it there. If you want now, take this. Now he's got cool laser cannons. Love it. Well guys, this has been Samurai Man, and I want you guys to have a great day.